Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Sister Tina here on this beautiful Black Friday. So blessed to see the sun out today. Yesterday I admit, was pretty dull and kind of cloudy day, but today is so beautiful. I see the sun, I see the sky. It is so beautiful, guys. I tell you the truth, and I mean, this is wonderful. God has blessed us with this beautiful day, and I tell you. Now, I know most of y'all are probably still, well, tell you the truth, y'all probably already shopped anyway. Y'all don't care. Some of y'all probably don't care about this mass blackout, but you know what? That's okay. That's okay. I'm not going to even, worry about it. That's your decision. But, I'm just saying, that, we as consumers, we're in control of the money, not, these corporations that are trying to steer us toward, buying stuff, that's a deep discount that, you feel like, you had to be up very early in the morning to stand in line and wait for you know, a discount at whatever store you plan on going to, whether it's Walmart or TJ Maxx or Target, whatever. You know, like I said, that's your decision. But I'm just saying. But for those who decide to hold on to their money, good for y'all. Cause I mean, y'all did the right thing. This is your money. Y'all are in control. Y'all make the money. Y'all control the money. Y'all control how you spend your money. Okay. So congratulations. Just keep it up until December 2nd. Now, another thing I want to tell you. Tomorrow is what's called Small Business Saturday. Now, in case y'all wonder what Small Business Saturday is, you go out to your local businesses, wherever wherever you live at, and support small businesses. It don't necessarily have to be within your comfort zone. If you have a car, go around Cincinnati, check out and see, any businesses. Google Map if you have to. Check out. Help support these businesses, including mine, because I'm gonna post some stuff soon. The thing is, I got a large amount of stuff. Not just including bags. I do have jewelry and stuff like that. But the thing is, I want y'all as the consumer tell me, what do y'all want? Do y'all want flowers? Flower jewelry? I got flower jewelry. If y'all want angel jewelry, I got that. If y'all want cross jewelry, I got that. Y'all let me know if y'all want a certain scripture. I might have that. Y'all need to let me know what you want. I will tell you. If y'all want a white elephant gift, I tell you what. Let me know what you're looking for, and I will try and help you get. Okay, because this buy one get one free on certain product is still going on until the end of November. By the end of November, right? I'm gonna plan on something else. I haven't decided yet, but I'm just letting y'all know. If y'all looking for a white elephant gift, please let me know. Buy one get one free on jewelry, and buy one get one free on certain bags. You know what I'm saying? They're affordable. You can give them as gifts. I know the people, who you plan on giving to will appreciate it. At least that way, you don't have to spend a whole lot of money. At least $10, on a white elephant gift. Because I know that what most businesses, most employee places will tell you, do not spend more than $10. And I can help you with that. Okay? So please let me know. DM me if you have to. I don't care if you call me, text me, messenger me, or better yet, contact me on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok. Let me know. And I can work with you on that. Okay? So, I mean, even for if you want to give a gift to your coworker, if you want to give a gift to your classmate, please let me know, and I can help. Okay, I can help you with that, because trust me, saving money is most important this year. Even though I don't celebrate Christmas, but I will help y'all. You know, because that's what I do. I love to help people any way I can, So please let me know, okay? I really appreciate that. Remember, tomorrow is Small Business Saturday. Support your local small businesses, okay? It doesn't necessarily have to be, forgive me for saying that, white, but help black businesses, help people of color, help the indigenous, help the immigrants, help any way you can, okay? I really appreciate that, all right? Now, the next thing. Boy, I tell you the truth. I feel great after yesterday. Yesterday, I didn't do much. I'm just, me and my family, we just enjoyed ourselves. We just relaxed and chilled, stress-free. We were watching Troubled Man. We watched Sinners. Two good movies. I like them. I mean, Michael Jai White and Troubled Man, I mean, he still got it, even though he's the same age we are. And Sinners, I admit, this is why I tell you, I know I like to express opinion about certain movies and stuff like that, but like I tell you, y'all can't express your opinion about anything, that you already watched. That's y'all. But for me, I'd rather watch and see for myself. And it's okay, I mean, sometimes I think, it's kind of like part fact and part fiction, and I guess that's probably what people are confused about, because Ryan, he does stuff like that, and I'm glad he did that so people can understand, like, okay, remember the story of Robert Johnson and what happened to him, but yet he decided to put a little twist in it, and that's the thing, I like it when people put twists in certain, in certain facts, to confuse people, and people think, that there's something about it, so, if you want to see Sinners, it's out on DVD now. If y'all want to watch it, that's fine. If not, cool. I'm just saying what I think about it, So, but anyhow, I tell y'all the truth. I wish there was a t-shirt or a sweatshirt out there that said, I survived Thanksgiving 2025. Because I tell you the truth, y'all, it's just so funny. It's kind of funny on how, I've been telling you ever since from Labor Day, that people will experiment on you, on, what food they are planning on bringing. And I tell you the truth, certain people don't listen, but they don't let me down. I mean, I've been watching on YouTube lately about people, like burning stuff or drop stuff, or this one little girl, she got mad because she didn't have no sweet potato pie, so she just pulled the tablecloth and, honey, woo, Lord have mercy. If that was one of my nieces or nephews, do something like that, ooh wee, I would have got from that table, find me a belt, a switch, whatever, and whoop that little, ooh, hoo, hoo. Wow. But you know what? That's what I'm saying. That's what I told my sister-in-law yesterday. I want to be drama free. I want to be stress free. Right? That's why I tell folks. Don't try to be traditional and stuff like that. Do something different. Like she told me that our niece made pork chops for dinner, and I said cool. That's what I'm saying. Be different. You don't have to be the same old thing and stuff like that. The turkey I got here at home, I saved that for some other time. In cases like, if I can't go anywhere, whether it's cold or icy and I can't step out of the apartment, I have that turkey all set and, all I had to do is bring the bad boy down and let it thaw out for a couple of days and cook that bad boy, and that'll last us for days, And I have a lot of ideas with that turkey too. But for now, it stays in that refrigerator. It is not coming out for any reason. So, but I tell you, that's what I'm saying. But, another thing, guys. Woo, I know y'all dread this. Potlucks. Oh, there's another time to experiment. Potlucks. It doesn't matter if you're in an office, if you work in a warehouse. Potluck season has just started. Now I know some of y'all probably already started already, but most of the time I know potluck season start after Thanksgiving and everybody's back to work on Monday. Okay, everybody decide go make a list of write down what you're gonna bring and stuff like that. And whoo, oh, that's the ultimate test right there, y'all. That is the big test. You know, wondering what your coworker or your boss is gonna bring, and it is not gonna be easy, y'all. I just give you a little bit of a warning. Now, it's not just the potlucks; it's the office parties. Now, I know many of y'all through the years have been going to these office parties, for a long time. Just making plan the babysitter. I would say I hope y'all plan the babysitter ahead of time. So in case if, let's say for example, if the first babysitter is not available, please have a plan B. You know, it doesn't matter if it's a relative that would take care of your children or your grandparents, or your parents, whoever. Always have a plan B. Plan a weekend if you have to, because you never know. You may be there at the party all day, and you don't know what time you go get home, right? So, just make it a weekend. Just decide. Hey, let ask my parents if they can take care of the kids for that for maybe a couple of days. You know, that way you have time. To be at the party, have a good time, and once y'all get home, y'all can rest. Y'all can take it easy. Spend time together, and then next morning y'all can go and pick up your kids. Do it like that. Okay. Next thing, designated driver. Please have a designated driver. If you have your car and one of y'all don't drink, that's a designated driver. Good for you. But if not, and I mean, if y'all want to drink but don't drive, this is a perfect opportunity to schedule an Uber or Lyft. Okay, do that. Or better yet, ride the bus if you want to. You don't have to, but I'm just saying, make sure you schedule a Lyft or Uber. So in case if you're too drunk to drive, always have that on have that schedule, because there'll be so many Ubers and Lyfts out there. They're gonna be so busy, and you never know what time they're gonna come out and pick you up. Schedule that, okay? So in case if you do get sick, don't wait until the night of the event that you get so drunk that you decide to call an Uber or a Lyft, and then one probably going to be coming like wait a long time. Like if not minutes, maybe hours. Because they gonna be busy all night. Trust me, I know. So, like I said, please schedule a time on which you want a Lyft or Uber to pick you up on that day. Now, all right, next thing, behavior and attitude. Please, please be respectful and act like an adult. Don't act like a child. When you are at these events, employers are going to look at you and see how you're going to act at these events. Now, I know this might be our first time saying this, even though I never been to these events, thank God, because I mean, seriously. But I'm just saying, I'm just letting y'all know, please, please, please be respectful at these events. It doesn't matter if you're at the boss's house, if you at another employee's house, all that, please. Just act. I'm not saying act normal, but act respectful. Okay, if they invite you, just do what you can. If you think they need help on something, help them. If I would say, if they ask you a question, be respectful. If you don't know the answer, just say I don't know. That kind of stuff. Don't start no arguments. Don't start no drama. That's all I can say. Please don't do that. Because that's all what's the matter. They want to start, sometimes, co-workers that might not like you. They want to start something, and then they want to blame you for something that you do the next day you come to work. They can do that. That's how the devil works. The devil can use people in ways that he feels like, you they want to make you start something, and you be so mad to the point to where you almost want to fight somebody, or worse yet, hurt or harm somebody, right? That's the thing, So, I mean, seriously, if I was you, before you even leave the house, pray. I mean, pray before you leave that door. Do not go out that door without praying and ask the Lord, to ask the Holy Spirit to please give me a spirit of discernment. Please give me a spirit of perseverance, of patience, right? Please help me avoid, the drama, of what might happen, what's gonna happen. Cause I tell you, I'm just letting y'all know this, right? Even though like I said, I never experienced it, thank God, but it doesn't matter, Even if at school or college and stuff like that, please, please be respectful, and they respect you too. Okay? All right. Next thing, like I said, experiment. Now, I know y'all probably, seen some videos, and probably more will be coming soon, of people, how they, experiment on making foods. Like even if they make it for the first time. Trust me, there are older employees that are going to be just like grandparents when they see how, when you bring something to a potluck or a party, and then they're going to be disappointed, wondering who made this, right? Ooh, sorry, guys. And I'm going to give you a little warning. If y'all don't know how to make something, even though you sign up for it, just don't do it. Or better yet, if you don't feel like, you should do it, hire somebody else to do it, right? Ask your auntie who's good at making deviled egg to make it for you, even if you have to pay her. If you have to pay, if you have to make an appetizer, or like a little side dish, find somebody else that's good at it. The thing is, if you do that, give them the credit. All you doing is just bringing the stuff. Don't be upset if you don't know how to do it. It's just that, if you sign up for something and you realize you don't know how to make it, like I said, get somebody else to do it. It shouldn't be so bad. Just saying, hey, Grandma, could you make this for me? I'm going to bring this to the office party. She may say yes, but if not, like I said, check it out, find somebody, who's able, and like I said, pay them, because food is expensive, guys. That's why I be telling y'all, don't experiment, please. Don't experiment on, on people like that, especially if they don't know what they're going to eat, please, okay? I'm just letting y'all know. And, like I'm saying, appearance is important. Now, the thing is, let me tell you something. Especially office potlucks, guys. Let me tell you something. Do not come to no office potluck with your pants halfway down to your butt. I'm telling you this now as a Gen X. Please do not do that. All right. I've seen too many, like, at Kroger's and stuff with their pants half down and stuff like that. That is disgusting. That is so disgusting. I tell y'all this as a Gen X, because I want y'all to know, these millennials, these Gen Alphas, y'all are out in the workplace. I want to let y'all know. I hope your bosses did not let you come to work like that. When you get, I don't care what you do before you get to work, but I hope once you get to work, pull your pants up. Nobody don't want to see your butt. Not your customers, not your co-worker. Nobody don't want to see that mess. All right? Please, remember that. Pull your pants up to your stomach. That's what it's designed for. All right? Next thing. Ladies. Oh, ladies, I ain't forgot about y'all. Ladies. Please dress modest. Don't dress like a hoochie. Don't dress like a B. Please don't. And that B, I don't mean Beyonce. I mean B. Dress modestly. Okay? Don't come up all in there with a short skirt and with your that showing, that kind of stuff. Don't do that. Especially if you're married. Don't come in there, like you're going to the award show or going to the Met or something like that. Don't do that. Dress modestly. I mean, dress in it's beautiful. It covers up, And another thing, don't try and outdress one another, please. You're beautiful just the way you are. Just dress modestly. Just dress beautifully, respectfully, and trust me, I know your employers and your coworker will appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? So, find you a nice dress to wear. It don't have to be, the color of Christmas. It doesn't matter. All I'm saying is just dress nice. Respect one another. You know what I'm saying? Don't come out in there acting like you're Nicki Minaj or Cardi B or something like that. That's not, Please. Please don't do that. All right? Especially you millennials and Gen Alphas. I'm letting y'all know right now. Please don't. And I would say lastly, someone volunteer. Volunteer to help sometime. Don't just, stand in the background acting like, you're nervous, you're scared, you don't know who to talk to or what to say. Help around. If you encounter a new co-worker who this is the first time they ever been to a party or a potluck, help them out. Talk to them. Just introduce them, to your coworkers and stuff like that. Make them feel comfortable. I know that sometimes, when you go to these places, it seems overwhelming. You don't know what to say, what to do, that kind of stuff. Help them out. Let them know that, hey, I'm Tina, what's your name? Nice to meet you. What you do, that kind of stuff. Break the ice a bit. Let people know that you friendly, and that I can introduce you to that. Maybe it's I would say it's opportunity. To introduce them to people that they haven't met yet. Like I said, they probably just start in the company and stuff like that. They don't know what to do or what to say. Help them out. But make sure you don't steer them in the wrong direction, because sometimes, people will do that. Even people they don't know. But this is why I'm letting you know now. Please. Okay? So, I admit I had a lot to say, guys. So I just figured I want to get all this off my chest. So y'all should be ready once December comes, and like I said, that'll be the party and potluck season. This is not just for the office and the warehouses and stuff like that. It's for everywhere, guys. Okay, so I hope you take to heart that I love y'all. I want y'all to be safe. I don't want anything to happen to y'all. I want y'all to be alive, but also have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Because the devil's out there. he would take advantage of the fact that he knows your weakness. He knows your vulnerability. He knows your vulnerabilities. Let's say that. You know, cause I remember that sermon that Brother Greg has done no not long ago, and he gonna do a part 2 this upcoming Sunday. So if y'all want to see part 1, check it out on the Church of Christ of Kennedy Heights, part 1. He was talking about poisonous tongues. I want to thank Brother Greg for saying that, because there are times that we all got to be careful about what we say, what's coming out of our mouths, at times. And sometimes, even though, like what happened with the Vice President of Campbell, he didn't know what he said will come back to him a year later. And that's maybe what I'm going to talk about tomorrow, actually, But for now, I just give you a heads up. I think I might well go ahead and make this into a YouTube video, because I know it's long, and I don't know what's up with YouTube, not YouTube, I mean Facebook and Instagram, but I am going to put this on YouTube, and then I'm going to share it along with everybody else to let y'all know. But I tell you what, like I said, I want y'all to have a good time, but be responsible, and also, pay attention. Okay? So right now, I'm about to get on here and eat my oatmeal and drink me some coffee and enjoy the rest of my day. And I hope you do too. And if Lord willing, I'm coming back tomorrow. But like I said, if y'all want anything, let's say for your white elephant gifts or anything like that, let me know, okay? I still have my bags. I still have my jewelry. Let me know. I can help you with that, okay? But also remember, tomorrow is Small Business Saturday. Support your local small businesses, okay? I know they appreciate that. And I know they appreciate your money as well. Remember, cash only. No credit card, no debit card. All right? So, all right, y'all. So, y'all take care. Y'all enjoy this beautiful day. I love y'all. Hopefully, Lord willing, I'll be back tomorrow. Okay? Take care. Love y'all. Bye.